Rhodesia Humphrey, and I'm the Deputy Director of Capacity Building with the New York City Department of Youth and Community Development. And I'm also one of your hosts. This evening, we are going to celebrate 112 graduates of the Family Development Credential Program and Family Development Credential Program for Leaders. We begin our ceremony with remarks from Dr. Claire Forrest, Director of the National Family Development Credential Program at the University of Connecticut.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Claire Forrest, Director of the National Family Development Credential Program at University of Connecticut and author of the FDC textbook, Empowerment Skills for Family Workers. Congratulations to New York City Department of Youth and Community Development graduates who today join more than 16,000 fellow FDC workers who help families from diverse cultures set and pursue their own goals for healthy, more self-reliant lives and safe communities. I developed FDC in 1995, advised by the New York State Commissioners Work Group. Other states soon asked for FDC. Research from Cornell University, University of Missouri, Columbia University, University of Connecticut has proven FDC methods have positive impacts on workers and families. In 2017, Office of Head Start approved UConn's Family Development Credential to meet its performance standards for parent engagement. Hundreds of collaborating agencies nationwide have embraced FDC's evidence-based approach. This is an especially auspicious time to become a credentialed FDC worker, as National FDC celebrates 25 years of teaching America's family workers the empowering skills for FDC. I pledge FDC's expertise to helping families and communities rebuild an America where everyone belongs, is safe, and our natural environment is protected. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Forrest. Now we'll hear from our sponsor, whose continued support has made it possible for DYCD to provide scholarships to our FDC training at CUNY colleges. It is my pleasure to welcome Manuel Rosa, Director of the Division of Community Services at the New York State Department of State. Mr. Rosa.
Thank you, and good evening to everyone, and congratulations to students, staff, and partners alike. This is a very special evening, obviously, and I wish that we could all be together in person to hug one another, high five one another, and just enjoy each other's company. But circumstances being what they are, we persevere and we continue to celebrate accomplishments. And it's so difficult in 2020, given what we've been experiencing with COVID and the difficulties of trying to overcome the challenges that have been brought on by this pandemic. But you guys have overcome. You as students, as workers, have made and will make a tremendous difference, because we know what the family means now more than ever, no? With what's going on, not only with the pandemic, but how families need to stick together and work together to try to survive these challenges. I wish you well as you head on into your careers. I thank you for the service, the noble service that you are providing to our communities, to our individual families, to individuals who use your brave counsel, your experience, and clearly your compassion. I want to thank DYCD for its leadership, the City University of New York. We are proud to be partners. And on behalf of the Secretary of State, Jovana Russell-S, we wish you well, happy holidays, and do me a favor, please use your mask. All right? Be well, God bless, and congratulations to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rosa. An important part of this ceremony is the opportunity to hear from our FDC graduates as they share with us the impact of the FDC training on their personal life and professional work. Our first speaker is Mr. Tamu Watson, representing CUNY's School of Professional Studies.
Greetings to all of my FDC friends. It is an absolute honor to speak on behalf of the Fall 2019 and Spring 2020 Family Development Credential graduates. First, I would like to acknowledge all of the people and organizations that made this journey possible. To Dr. Sonia Mercado, our assiduous FDC instructor responsible for guiding us through our lessons. We thank you deeply for your contribution to the program and for looking after the students whom you've helped usher through days of critical learning. Your grace and dedication to the students promoted an atmosphere of camaraderie. To the portfolio advisors, we thank you for taking the time to read through, correct, and give constructive criticism of our assignments. In particular, I would like to thank my advisor, Nancy Russell, for challenging and encouraging me to hand in portfolio work that meets the standards of the program. To DYCD, CUNY, New York State Department of State, and the National FDC Program, we thank you for providing us with this excellent professional development credential. I try and live my life by the saying, lifting as we climb, which was relayed to me by my mother and indicative of her life's work. It is a motto taken from the National Association of Colored Women's Clubs. This motto has guided me through my life and is especially important in relation to what the FDC program encapsulates. Our program helps us to utilize time-tested, peer-reviewed, and empirically based data to help the families and populations that we serve in our respective fields. In our class settings, we debated, discussed, role-played, and completed group assignments specific to the various scenarios that may arise in our line of work. We had fun learning about new ideas and theories and how we can apply them to the work that we were doing. In essence, as we intellectually climb with new ways of thinking and problem solving, mind you, through a family developmental lens and approach, we were then able to help lift others to get closer to their goals and help the families we serve maximize their potential. That is what my time in the FDC program meant to me, and I hope to my peers and colleagues. In closing, I want to sincerely give my condolences to those that may have lost family members and friends during this pandemic. I recently lost my mother, the matriarch of our family, and it has been a tremendous loss for us. So it is possible that we will be helping families that have suffered tremendous loss. I want us to remain steadfast and vigilant in the way we work with families. We already have the tools. We know what the work entails. And through a shared power family development approach, we will get the work done. Thank you. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Tamu.
Thank you, Mr. Watson. That was definitely heartfelt. Now, let's hear from one of my co-hosts, Dr. Carrie Shockley, Director of the JFK Jr. Institute for Worker Education at the City University of New York. Dr. Shockley is going to read remarks from Martha Santos Fermin, representing the New York City College of Technology. Dr. Shockley?
Thank you, Rhodesia. Good evening. In preparing for tonight's ceremony, Martha Santos Fermin submitted a note along with her photo that we felt captured the sentiment and experiences of her and her peers. We wanted to share a portion of her note with you now. Martha wrote, "I believe that FDC in general has been my challenge in my personal and professional life. I started this course with many doubts and concerns about the language barrier, but after reaching the final stretch, everything was rewarding and enriching. I met many incredible people. I learned from their experiences and their knowledge. A very special thanks to the best teacher I could find. Miss Marjorie, for teaching me the human side of the social worker. And with your teaching method, you helped me understand better what was written in the book. Without you, this course would not have been the same. Everything I have learned, I am applying at home, in my life, and with the families I work with. I put into practice the family development plan and the evaluation of family circles. Now I see more clearly and with more knowledge because I learned how to make my work as a family worker more efficient. And that's from Martha Maria Santos Fermin.
Thank you,
Martha.
Carrie. Very nice. Now I'm going to transition over to one of the other co-hosts, Mr. Miguel Bonilla.
Good evening. My name is Miguel Bonilla. I'm the Senior Director of Capacity Building at the Department of Youth and Community Development. I'm really, really happy to be here with you. The FDC is one of the shining lights we train 5,000 to 15,000 people a year, but FDC is one of those few programs that are evidence-based. And anytime I've met people that have gone through the program, they've always shared with me it just changes your perspective. You feel more confident about your job. You feel like you see the families that you work with as partners, and you're able to set goals with them, and you're able to make much more of an impact. And so for me, I'm very, very proud to be here with you, celebrating your accomplishment. I'm excited for you to hear from other people, other students, and in particular, our next presenter, Euphemia Struck, who's CEO of Families on the Move, who's had several staff at our organization graduate from FDC, and from what I've heard, more people that attend FDC, the more it shifts the organization. But I'll let her talk about her experience. So, Euphemia.
Thank you. Blessings, everyone. As Miguel just mentioned, I am a former graduate of FDC, alumni from 1999, and I'm also a former portfolio advisor. And over the years, I have sent all of my staff or employees to the FDC training. And initially, we weren't sure what it was about because we started out when FDC first came out. But when I asked for explanations of what the training was like, my staff couldn't tell me. They couldn't explain it to me. So since I couldn't get anything out of them, I decided to take the training myself. And when I took the training, I got what it was that the training was about. So often you take a training and it teaches you the mechanics of how to perform a certain job function, right, when working with families. And that what I found was that many of my employees were coming back saying it was a waste of their time and that they were already doing what they were taught. But this time with FDC, it was different. And as you know, when you go through the modules in the portfolio development, you can't fake it. You have to do the work. You have to do the introspection. So you can't come through with a superficial answer. And that's helpful, not just as a worker, but also as a person with a family who interacts with others. So when we think about all that we learn and experience during the activity and portfolio assignments, we see how it strengthens us, not only as a worker, but as being a person in society that connects with other people. So when we look at the secret ingredient that FDC has that no other training had, it was the heart. The heart gave it life. The heart brought back the humanity to the work and brings back to the humanity to the work. So it's no longer about going through the motions, but rather communicating with skill and heart based on a lens that understands diversity and experiences of families that may include trauma, oppression, or other hardships. The FDC process helps workers realize challenges that many families go through. The concepts such as strength-based worker, shared power with families, communication with skill and heart, and mindfulness were taught in FDC before they were popular concepts. And so now the humanity is back into the work, right? So the more people we have going through FDC, the more that we know that the humanity is back in the work and that people are going to be treated with respect and dignity. So FDC as such is a powerful experience that can't be faked. It becomes a part of you. It makes you want to do better and want to be better. So Claire Forrest shared that people have a bone deep longing, be it for freedom, safety, self-respect, self-reliance, etc., and also to want to contribute something of value to the world. And that, without healthy outlets, the desire denigrates into violence. This perspective is a reminder that there is a force inside each one of us that seeks fulfillment in one way or another. So as the graduates go forward, you are now better equipped with new skills because you have received the best of the best trainings for working with families through the FDC experience. You have developed memories, and you will always have something that you can draw on. And my advice is remember what you have learned, the tears shed, the laughter shared, as you assist families growing into their next levels. So I want to say thank you to Claire Forrest for her vision through the FDC curriculum, which is relevant today as it was when it was introduced initially. Congratulations, graduates. Congratulations, congratulations. And thank you to all of you who made this event possible.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's beautiful. Thank you, Euphemia. Next, we have two students. We're going to hear from Minerva Ramos, who attended the Lehman College Spring campus, Spring 2020. So, Jermaine, take it away.
Hello, my name is Minerva Ramos from the Spring 2020 FDC class at Lehman College. I want to take this time to thank DYCD, CUNY, the NYS Department of State, and the National FDC Program for accepting me into their program and allowing me to further my dreams of becoming a family development worker and doing what I am passionate about, and is to assist my community. I would like to express my gratitude to my fabulous, beautiful, inspirational instructor, Mahalia Sutherland, who always took the time to invest her words of wisdom and encouragement to me and my fellow classmates. Not only did you show up, but you was mindful and you was present, something we all needed at that moment. Ms. Mahalia's role as an FDC instructor was put to the test in 2020 during the pandemic of COVID-19. In displaying with such grace, strength, and patience, transitioning students from a classroom setting into a Zoom meeting twice a week. My classmates and I cannot thank you enough for showing up and always making yourself available, for understanding that even though we were there, some of us wasn't mindfully there. My classmates and I can't thank you enough for showing up and always making yourself available. I'd like to thank my portfolio advisor, Nancy Russell, for speaking words of encouragement and guidance when it came to my assignments. When the pandemic unexpectedly disrupted us, I began to panic just like the rest of the world and felt lost and confused. When I got told that I was considered an essential worker, boy, how that alarms me. While most of my colleagues work remotely from home, I had to be in the fields because I was considered an essential worker. I vented my concerns to my fiance. I told him how I wanted to quit because I was scared of getting infected with COVID-19 and exposing it to my loved ones at home. After logging into a Monday FDC Zoom class, and we were allowed to express our fears, and we were heard, and I got to hear my classmates' fears and concerns as well. That's when I knew I wasn't alone and had an amazing support system who understood me and each other. This class allowed me to dig deep within myself and remember that I am the community that I serve. Even with all my questions and fears, I was doing what I was meant to do, and that is to become the best family development worker I can become. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone from my FDC family members and our amazing instructors. I just want to say, you rock. We rocked. We did what most people couldn't do during the pandemic. We came, we showed up, and we was present. So congratulations to all my FDC members.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes. Very nice. Next, exactly. Next, we're going to hear from Marquez Burgess, FDC Leaders Fall 2019 class. So, Jermaine.
Hello and good evening. It is truly an honor to be selected to speak on behalf of both the Fall 2019 and Spring 2020 FDC Leaders classes. With that, I would like to thank a few people and groups for this opportunity. Firstly, I would like to thank my instructor, Ms. Rosalind Ferguson, who made her class an absolute joy to be a part of with her teaching style and abilities. I would also like to thank the following organizations: the DYCD, the City University of New York, the New York State Department of State, and the National FDC Program. The collaborative works of all of these organizations have allowed each of us to gain a unique experience and coveted credential in our professional studies. With that, I would like to take a few moments just to reflect on the experience in the class, and more importantly, what has transpired in the world around us as we have graduated. Professionally and personally, we are all in an unprecedented time. COVID-19 has changed the way we live dramatically and has affected each of us in a number of degrees. Some have had to live with personal tragedy, others have had to cope with the loss of their job, while so many have simply had to adjust to a new way of life. It's very fitting that when it comes to family, profession, or just plain lifestyle, the quality that is common for everyone to get by and overcome the obstacles our current climate has brought us is the quality of leadership. For those that have experienced personal tragedy, when it has come to the question of what's next, or how could I possibly move on from this, the leadership quality that has either been developed through FDC or has been birthed there is usually what's been needed to manifest those positive thoughts, telling yourself or others who need it that everything will absolutely be all right. In the workplace, whether someone has experienced losing their job or in a situation where their organization may be struggling, it's that leadership quality that can galvanize staff to work together to create the processes that will keep the company afloat, or that quality that can create confidence needed to push forward and look towards the next opportunity. Developing our leadership capabilities through our credentialing program will always be essential. However, in the time we're currently in, the need for leaders is essential for so many areas as some will never know. That individual who has the wherewithal to keep their family and personal life together because they were able to create a strength book and find that inequality about themselves during a class discussion. FDC can truly be thanked for that. That individual who can now organize and strategize around a game plan because an assignment called for them to evaluate situations in the workplace and provide solutions, FDC can truly be thanked for that. So in closing, I am thankful for the experience I gained in the FDC credentialing program. The leadership skills developed through the program will carry me through years to come, but most importantly, carry me through this historic time in our lives. I'd like to thank you, and please have a good evening.
Excellent. Yes. I can't hear you, but I see you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The next guest speaker is our fearless leader and champion of all things learning and innovation and, positive things. So I'm happy to introduce Denise Williams, the Deputy Commissioner for the Planning, Program Integration, and Evaluation Unit here at DYCD. So, Denise.
Hey, FDC community, thank you for having me. I'm always excited to be with all of you. I've been coming to FDC graduation since 2005, I believe, dating myself. I'm seasoned, not old, I must say. I just wanted to share a little bit about what I've been thinking about it being a seasoned person. And it's really about us as a collective in the community getting into good trouble. A lot of what we fund at DYCD and what we all do is working with individual families. We work without families, the families we serve. But while the pandemic is unprecedented, it's also familiar, right? What's familiar about it is anybody's lived through the AIDS pandemic, who was decimated, the same communities that are being decimated now. What's familiar about it is the need for social justice and equity and criminal justice and so many other areas. What's familiar about it is we're essential but not paid as such. You know, what's familiar about it is it creates a brouhaha and then it quiets. And so with the loss of such fearless leaders as, you know, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which was personally devastating to me, and Congressman Lewis, and so many others from the movement, it reminded me that building these strengths individually to help ourselves and help our families also means we got to build it as a collective, because we don't change the circumstance or the context in which we're operating, we're really not going to change the context in which our families, our individual families, or the families we all care about are operating. So I just want to encourage us to get in good trouble, change some of the follow the young people who were sleeping out on City Hall Park to get programs restored, because it wouldn't happen otherwise, and really show that we're going to make our heart and the values that we bring part of our electoral pressure, that we're not going to just deliver service, but we're going to change the world that we live in. And just sharing my heart, I've been thinking about this a lot. I don't want to have this same conversation where everybody's surprised about Black communities and brown communities and poor communities being decimated and not understanding why. Perhaps it's age. Perhaps I lost my patience when George Floyd was lynched publicly. I don't know what it is, but I want to have a new conversation going forward. With that, I wish you blessings and good health. And I want to echo Manny, please wear that mask. Please keep safe. We all need to live to get to the other side to change this city, this state, and this country. Blessings to you and your families.
Thank you, Denise. Yes. Now I'm handing it over to the wonderful Carrie Shockley Dr. Carrie Shockley from CUNY.
Thank you, Miguel, and thank you, Deputy Commissioner, for those remarks and the reminder of the collective work that we need to do. It is my pleasure on behalf of the City University of New York to congratulate our FDC graduates for this year. And I have the pleasure now of introducing the instructors for each campus who will recognize their cohort's graduates. For fall 2019, Marjorie Witherspoon will introduce the graduates from the New York City College of Technology, Campus Coordinator Shamira Busby and Maine Mingay.
Clara Amat Leon, Nadine Benjamin, Martha Castaneda, Nicole Bain, Elizabeth Flores, Runilda Gil Nunez, Tamika Mignon Johnson, Tamika Alpine, Helen Nurse, Stephanie Canonis, Laura Ramirez, Christina Richburg, Martha Maria Santos Fermin, Renan Saint-Ville, Fabiola Tipantansig, Jamie Williams, Ashley Willock.
Thank you, Marjorie. And next we'll have from the CUNY School of Professional Studies, Fall 2019 Frontline Workers class, the instructor Sonia Mercado, who will introduce her group, Portfolio Advisors Shakima Figuera, Collins, Tina Gibbs, Sonia Mercado, Nancy Russell, and Mahalia Sutherland. Campus coordinators, Betty Elias and Jennifer De Palma. Sonia?
Sana Abdul, Nieves Acosta, Marta Alcivar, Simone Allende, Silveria Y. Bisono, Zahira Carbucia, Cassidy Castro, Jasmine Sherry, Francine Coleman, Maisha Farley, Yanilly Garcia, Reggie Gonzalez, Mary Jean, Maciel La Antigua, Shalina Lewis, Rakia Monzon, Evelyn Navarro Hicks, Ana Virginia Ogando, Diana Paloma, Brianna Lachey Simmons, Temu Watson, Latisha Williams.
Thank you, Sonia. And now introducing the Fall 2019 Leaders Class from the CUNY School of Professional Studies, instructor Rosalind Ferguson, where the campus coordinators are Betty Elias and Jennifer De Palma. Rosalind? Roz?
I'm sorry, I was on mute. Okay, introducing Beverly Addison, German Baker, Mary Benjamin, Marquise Burgess, Yelly Chin, Naomi Echeverria, Kristen Green, John Henley, Tyrone Hutchinson, Trina Lewis, Joanna Lepops, Aish Neely, Marcus Pass, Deidre Smith, Veronica Thompson, Susan Velu, Jose Velasco, and Quintana Williams.
Thank you, Ms. Ferguson. And now for the Spring 2020 cohort. At Lehman College, the Frontline Workers class, instructor Mahalia Sutherland, portfolio advisors Michelle Henry, Cesare Robinson, Nancy Russell, Shahida Smith, and Patricia Taylor. And the campus coordinator is Phyllis Rafty. Mahalia?
Shanika Burhana, Lisette Kaba, Patricia Germain, Yasmel Gomez, Amanda Gonzalez, Yanilly Heras, Soleil Leber, Caroline Pacheco, Milagros Perez, Tony Rackley, Minerva Ramos, Jocelyn Reyes, Crystal Lee Romero, Javier Rosa, Jovana Russell-S, Joseph E. Smith III, Paola Tapia, Annabelle Vasquez, Erica Williams.
Thank you, Mahalia. And now introducing the Spring 2020 Frontline Workers class from New York City College of Technology, Marjorie Witherspoon, who's both the instructor and the portfolio advisor. Marjorie?
Thank you. Nereyda Alvarado, Julius Blake, Vaden Bovell, Laverne Kapp, Leslie Landy, Meili Lee, Sandra Maradiaga, Jasmine Medina, Daniel Mendez, Alondra Santiago, and Milagros Suarez.
Thank you, Marjorie. The frontline workers class from the CUNY School of Professional Studies, where Sonia Mercado is the instructor, and portfolio advisors, Shakima Figuera Collins, Tina Gibbs, and Sonia Mercado. Campus coordinators, Betty Elias and Jennifer De Palma. Sonia?
Miriam Actor, Jolani Alvarez, Narcisa Avendano, Carlton Banks, June Faulk, Larissa Garcia, Yalitza Goris, Tiffany Gray, Carolina Marzan, Maria Perez, Gabriela Renfivo, Doris, Jennifer Hodges.
Thank you, Sonia. And then our last cohort to be recognized, the Spring 2020 Leaders Class from the CUNY School of Professional Studies, instructor Rosalind Ferguson, campus coordinators Betty Elias and Jennifer De Palma. Ms. Ferguson?
Simone Aline, Nikoska Arsti, Renee Cheatham Hill, Nicole Garcia, Fatima Gallin, Na Lynn, Maria McLaughlin, Marcus McNeely, Cassina Paris, Sean Pickett, Evelyn Rivera Cardias, Deborah Taylor.
Congratulations to all of our graduates. If you could just take a moment to cheer on your graduate, cheer for yourselves, cheer for your peers. Congratulations, everyone.
Yay. Nice.
Awesome, awesome.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone.
everyone.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations to everyone.
Thank you. Congratulations to all of us. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Light in the dark. Light in the dark.
Oh, we made it.
You made it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
See, and please check the chat. There's lots of great comments there. Please be sure to shout each other out. So as we celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates, we also want to acknowledge the many members of our team who operate in front of and behind the scenes. Can we go back to the slides, please? Thank you. Each of our campuses has a coordinator who supports the instructors and advisors and handles logistics on behalf of all parties. At Lehman College, one of the first campuses to embrace offering family development credential and recognize its strength as a workforce model, or I should say at Lehman, it was one of. Consistently for more than 20 years, there's been a single coordinator at Lehman College. It gives me great pleasure to present an award to Phyllis Rathke, the Lehman College Continuing Education and Professional Studies Campus Coordinator for the Family Development Credential Program. Phyllis has been instrumental in the delivery of the FDC program to the Bronx. In addition to being an administrator, she is an advocate for the professional development of New York City family workers. Thank you, Phyllis. We appreciate your dedication and your commitment.
Thank you. Thank you for this award. I appreciate it so much.
Listen.
I appreciate it so much, but you don't expect to get an award for something that's a passion of yours. And FDC is certainly a passion. I had two passions in my 39 years at Lehman, and that was the children's program that I started in 1981 and being in campus coordinator for FDC. It's just the most incredible program, a gift to the workers, a gift to the population of the city who get helped by the workers and get empowered. It's just, I got bit by the bug. I really did. You do get bitten by the bug, the FDC bug, and I got it bad. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
We thank you, Phyllis. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
It came from my heart. Thank you.
Sure. And at this time, we would also like to recognize the portfolio advisors for the 2019-2020 year who worked with the students to get them to the finish line. Thank you. Next slide, please. There we go. These are just a few of the pictures of our many portfolio advisors that help our students. So cheer on your advisors. Thank you. And now I'll hand back to Rhodesia, who's going to finish us out.
So we hope that you enjoyed this time with us. We want to, again, give a great thanks to all of our graduates, to your supervisors, your families, your friends. We want to say thank you to our FDC instructors, to our portfolio advisors, to our campus coordinators. Thank you to all of our presenters. Thank you to the New York State Department of State. Thank you to the City University of New York. Thank you to the New York City Department of Youth and Community Development.
Yes.
Please look out for our FDC spring application, which will be coming out at the end of this month. Please let your colleagues know about that, and we will reach out to you as well. We will also be sending a survey to our FDC alumni so that we can get some information from you about how the FDC has impacted your professional work. And as we close out this evening, we're going to hear a final selection from the wonderful Maritri Garrett. And I wanted to say good evening to all of you, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Love you, Dr. Sonia. Love you, Miss Mahalia.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations to all.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Carrie. Thank you, Robbie.
Thank you. It was a wonderful
Mahalia.
presentation.
Welcome, Phyllis.
Congratulations, everyone.
Jermaine.
Good job, guys.
Woo!
Congrats, everyone.
I love it.
Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good work.
Bye, George, Alani. Bye, Cecil.
Bye, bye. Take care. Take care. Bye, bye, everyone.
Miss Marjorie, I will always remember you. بس احنا هنقعدوا هنقعدوا للموسيقى.
Bye, bye, everyone. I miss Miss Sonia.
Professor عشان يوم يسمع. Wish you a Merry Christmas.
Love you, Junita.
I love you too. Yes. Congratulations, Narcisa. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Nereyda, Marta.
Bye.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Beautiful music.
Sonia, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Miss Sonia. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Congratulations, everyone.
Have a good
Miss
night.
Sonia, Miss
Thank you.
Mahalia, Miss
I
Marjorie,
miss you
thank you for your
all.
patience and support.
Bye-bye.